It's amazing how different I feel when I get 3 nights of 7 hours of sleep and then I get 3 nights of 9 hours of sleep. I feel like a whole different person.
I've heard you like to sleep. I've also heard that you like to go to bed earlier than my 2-year-old daughter. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm a big sleeper. I like to get minimum 9 hours of sleep. If I get any less, I start to feel it, especially after a couple days in a row. I just feel my best when I sleep 9 to 10 hours. Yeah, after big sessions, it can be pretty hard to wind down, especially if the session kind of runs late. After surfing pipe and stuff, after big days like that, it can be hard to wind down. I have several ways that I do it. One is just trying to eat dinner as early as possible. And usually I try to eat dinner while it's still light out, but that can be hard if I'm staying out till dark. I'll do kind of like hot baths too, to kind of help just like relax myself, and it makes me pretty tired. Cooling down a bunch before bed, especially if I do a hot bath. For me, being as cold as possible just helps me sleep so much better. It makes my whole body go to sleep. So yeah, I try to keep things really cold right before. I also drink tea and magnesium every night. And those are kind of my early dinner. Those are like my routines that I stick to that will kind of like help me wind down regardless of what I was doing in the day. So I'll do a hot bath and then I'll just finish with an ice bath just to cool myself down from it. My whole thing is just making it as cold as possible.
You say it's like a superpower for you?
I wouldn't say it's a superpower for me because I definitely have my struggles with it sometimes, but generally I'm pretty good at it, and especially if I notice if I eat earlier and have like a separation between eating and bed, I'll fall asleep pretty quickly. For us, we travel literally all summer long. I don't think that helps with the circadian rhythm, jumping from one side of the globe to the other and then back, and then we're barely in a place long enough to adjust to the like 8 to 10 hour time change, and then we finally start feeling good, and then we're moving another 8 to 10 hour time change again. Offsetting travel is it's so hard, and I feel like it gets harder the older I get. It's especially hard too when you're going from warm temperatures to cold temperatures and you're having complete time change, a flip of time change, you know, and going from here to Europe is almost a complete flip. There's not really any way to like, I feel like, to beat it. I've done things all the way from like trying to adjust my sleep schedule before I leave by doing it where you change your sleep by an hour a night. You go to sleep an hour later, an hour earlier, depending on where you're gonna go. Trying to flip your time. And then all the way to things like where you're just like, okay, if I stay awake this entire flight, I'll be so tired when I arrive there that I'll make sure I'll sleep that night. I've done ones like that and it works, and you kind of like flip straight into it. And then I've done it other times where you get there and you're so tired and you sleep the first night and you're like, I did it, I conquered it. And then the next night comes around and you're so tired at like 3 p.m. and then you finally fall asleep at 7, and then you wake up and you're like, oh no, it's still dark out. And you're like, I don't want to look at the time. Don't look at the time. And you look at the time and it's midnight and you're like, no! Last year I kind of found that the best way for me to get over it was not stressing on it. Kind of just went, okay, I'm awake. Like, this is what it is. I'm just gonna be awake. And I would just wake up and have coffee and just start my day whenever I was waking up. It was kind of weird. I got used to this like waking up in the dark thing, and I would like start to like it. And then all of a sudden it's gone and you've transitioned into where you are. I have my phone on one of those settings where it's just at like 7:30, everything shuts down to do not disturb, max level, don't talk to me. That's kind of like a good routine for me on the tech side of it, is like just kind of like shutting out and being like here at home. I don't like disregard it completely.
And do you find it quite easy to sleep anywhere?
I feel like I used to be able to sleep anywhere at any point in time. Like get on a plane, pass out, be in a car, pass out. But now I feel like I've gotten pretty particular and pretty picky. Like a good pillow for me is like if I have a good pillow, I can sleep pretty much anywhere. But it's just like having the right height of a pillow. If my pillow is like too thin, it pisses me off so much. Yeah, usually when we get to places for events and stuff, if I don't have a good pillow, I'll go on a pillow hunt. I think sleep is just one of the most important things. Just recovery, just everything. I just feel more alert, more awake. Way less muscle soreness. I swear that last like 2 hours for me is such a big deal. For me, I'm just like as much as I can possibly get. Your body does adapt. You do adapt to like not enough sleep, because like we go and do boat trips on the boat and stuff, and that's like a whole different type of thing. You know, you go through these weeks where you get minimal sleep, 4 hours a night, and And like, you know, if I was getting 4 hours a night right now, I'd be like freaking out. I'd be like, I don't feel good, like things aren't good. But it's weird how like when you're in the environment for that, you just adapt to it. Like when you're on the boat, you get 4 hours a night for a week straight and you're like, it is what it is. I'm here and I'm doing it.